That's more 14 of the vendor run. Four, 6, 5, 7, 2.
Hello, hello? What in the bloody heck is going on here?
Street, there's an unknown male standing in front of the RP's house. White male, 50s, wearing a ball cap with a green brim.
Okay, it looks like the video's stayed. My gosh. Oh, that angers me. Okay, maybe we got something now. Screen's not frozen. For some reason, it kicked me off of the last stream.
Miami 74, I'll be 76.
It completely kicked me out of the stream. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've got errors all over the place. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video. Okay, now it's switched to excellent condition. I changed that. Okay, I think I got it figured out. We're good. Settings are good.
Call 68, call 74 at 1100 East 24th Street, 1100 East 24th Street. RP's ex-boyfriend is acting erratic. Was stating he was coming to the location. He does carry a gun in his car. Unknown if he's armed, but now he's in front of the location. We're working on further.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I am really sorry about this. So yeah, that was frustrating. So I think, yeah, I'm sitting there chatting away, and all of a sudden I realize that the video was frozen. And I'm going, what the heck? And I started playing with it, then it booted me completely out of the stream, and I was going, oh, come on. It's just been one of those crazy nights.
PD3.
Okay. So,
Status showing as per you guys.
I'm not sure how much of the story that you guys heard.
Showing on a special detail at the state lab at my clear of that and ended for the night. Copy, I'll clear them up and show them off the screen. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just need to get out of this area. So
Call 212. I know you put yourself on. Do you want to continue?
I will.
So, anyhow.
Call 14. Do you want to continue?
Okay.
2030.
So, anyhow,
Units en route to 24th Street. It's going to be a Hispanic male, 22 years old, wearing a gray sweater, black pants, black shoes, black glasses, named Jacob. He usually carries a gun on him. He's in a white, possibly Honda passenger car with Nebraska plates, unknown balance.
So anyhow, I smelt heat like would come from a heating iron. Turned off the main breaker, so there's no power to my house, and I called my
We're available at regional. Destitute.
my manager, the rental people, and they got an electrician over there to find out what the heck was going on. Well, the electrician gets there, looks at the breaker box, and he turns to me, he says, this breaker box is every electrician's worst nightmare. The people that manufactured the breakers in the breaker box started their company in 1950. By 1960, they were out of business. The reason they went out of business was the breakers, if there was a short,
2032.
usually the breaker would flip.
2032.
The breaker would flip if there's a short. Well, this company was known for the breakers not flipping. It wouldn't trip the breakers. So he wanted to diagnose it a little further, tried to turn the main power. Tried to turn the main power back on, and it wouldn't come on. So yeah, the main power wouldn't come back on. So come to find out, we had to completely replace the breakers on the panel. Or, excuse me, completely replace the So I went all day pretty much on Monday without power in the house.
32 now. Call 14 dispatch on 2, please.
So I lost a complete day of work on stuff that I was trying
I have a
to...
female on the line who was in the vehicle when her husband was pulled over by you just a few minutes ago. She has some questions about the ticket not matching her husband's information. Could I possibly put her through to you? Thank you.
So, anyhow, I was trying to get it to where I could put our watermarks back on the channel with LW's watermark and my watermark. And I was able to get it if I'm using the computer studio, but not the mobile phone studio. So that's what I was going to work on Monday. Well, our power was out, so kind of hard to do so. So, needless to say, it's been a very hectic week. I had a meeting earlier today that I had to be at. So, yeah, the last 3 days have been kind of hectic for me. I sure hope you guys had a better week so far. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Copy that, good channel.
American Hunter, how you doing? Lisa Daniels, how you doing? Patty, what's up? So, yeah, I almost lost my... the electrician said that, yeah, that with that breaker box, it could have definitely caused a fire. So we dodged a bullet. But the company that made the breakers in the breaker box, they were sued completely sued out of business due to fires because of their equipment. So, kind of crazy. At least my place didn't catch fire. So guys, I'm extremely sorry about the problems we had at the start, but it looks like everything's stabilized out. We're on the road. It is Memorial Day. It's going to be Memorial Day weekend. And we will only be taking one day off next week. So we'll only be taking Monday off next week. Disability and retired. I had a stroke that kind of took me out of action, and my stroke took me kind of out of the profession that I was in. So I'm on disability and just do this. This is kind of what I do that keeps me busy. So yeah, I used to dispatch big trucks, and unfortunately, when I had my stroke, it affected my memory real bad. And I just, after the stroke, I just wasn't able to dispatch like I needed to. And at my age, it's kind of hard to be going back to school, especially with the memory loss. So, and if I could, I'd rather be working. I'll tell you the truth, I'd rather be working. But, yeah. Between disability and this, that's my only income. I shouldn't call my YouTube channel income. It's more of outgo for the YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you what, if you guys ever want to, if you guys ever want to go broke, seriously, start a YouTube channel.
Copy, Stomach. D2 Charlie 204, dispatch domestic.
Hey, DJ, how you doing, Goonie Google? Wyo, how you doing? John, what's up? Yeah, John.
Parents are fighting. White male, black coat and jeans, working on further.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, if my place would have caught fire, I definitely wouldn't have been streaming tonight.
2041, break Charlie 204 dispatch. Do you copy?
204, I copy.
2041.
Dispatch Charlie 44. Show me on the report and I'll go cover 52. You can leave Sergeant.
Charlie 204, show you back in.
Yeah, I've been working since I was like 7. My first ever job was working at a golf course, at a driving range, shagging golf balls. So I've worked one way or another pretty much all my life.
Dispatch.
414.
Snarky, it was built.
That incident number is going to be 26488.
It was built in 1971.
You're welcome.
It's just that this panel that was in there, for some reason, had this manufacturer's stuff in it. So yeah, but I've been around horses all my life, having to work out in the barn.
Is a white female, 41 years old, wearing a coat and PJ pants. There's a name in the call. RP speeds. The dad has calmed down. He's outside, and the mom is inside cooking dinner. And the dad does have a seizure disorder with a TBI.
Hey, Bruce, how you doing?
552 copies.
544.
2043.
So tonight I was trying to set it up for members only chat because we didn't do the members only last night since we switched the schedule around. But I'm like, you know, we got the stream up and running. I'm not going to touch it anymore. Hey, Paul, how you doing? But yeah, we will be streaming on Sunday because it is Memorial Day weekend. And then we'll go back to our regular schedule next Tuesday.
6th Avenue heading south. An amount of motorcycles are racing on Central.
440. All advised for now.
Call 11, I'll show you back in.
How much you want to bet it's these guys here? That's just passing us. I bet you it's them. By the time they got the call, they were already out here. Yeah, I'd love to get back up on a horse again and ride.
2045.
But my left leg took a pretty hard beating.
Robert on a red Jeep.
2045.
My left leg took a pretty hard beating due to the stroke. And as much as I'd love to get on the back of a horse again, I don't think it'd be advisable. First of all, I wouldn't be able to swing my leg up and over, so I'd have to have kind of a step stool to get up in the saddle. But my left leg being the way it is, kind of need that in case the horse spooks or something like that. Oh, Paul, holy cow, thank you for the 5 fubarOnPatrol memberships. Holy cow, thank you, Paul. Really do appreciate it. Side saddle, yeah, right. I know Denise. She hasn't been on for a while, though. MJ's always on.
Zero on a silver Honda Odyssey.
Hey, Denise, how you doing?
Passenger 42960 returns clear on a silver 2002 Honda.
DJ, I cannot.
At 4111 Magnolia Drive. That expired July of last year.
YouTube doesn't allow us to do that.
Any offender alerts attached to that vehicle?
Negative, I do not.
If we give away memberships, it's
Please
random.
attach that to the call.
It's like once a month I give away 10 memberships, and it's completely random. You can't pick and choose. Oh, wow. Horse's name was Lucky Charms.
Side with DRP. No way.
Yeah, I've ridden all types of horse.
Good copy.
Mostly quarters, but
128.
I've ridden pintos. I've ridden. Oh my gosh, I've ridden so many types of horse. Used to have an old race horse that came off the track. She was a quarter horse, race horse that we rescued from the track. God, I've ridden thoroughbreds. I've ridden Mustangs. I've ridden Clydesdales. Or, well, I should say draft horses. But mostly rode quarter horses and thoroughbreds. Yeah, home P. Ooh, you had a horse come over on you. Oh, Casey, you're retired farrier. Nice. That's one thing. That's one job I do not. I would not ever want to do is being a farrier. Having to fight with horses to put shoes on and trim hooves and there's a lot of farriers that get hurt. That and vets. But I can tell you, I've been pooped on, I've been peed on, I've been kicked, I've been bit. I've eaten more dirt than I care to admit. Yeah, my mom, she was riding a horse, and the horse was just downright crazy. The horse reared up, came over on its back, right on top of my mom. She broke her hip. She was lucky she didn't get killed. But Troy knows, William knows the racehorse that I'm talking about. That was Lady. Troy got, I think William got to ride Lady once or twice. Yeah, Christopher Reeve, man, those freak accidents. But he was on a jumper. He was on a jumper when his accident happened, and it was a freak accident. And that accident actually really did rock the equestrian world. Because everybody was like, what?
Ridge and 212 on Ridge with 2 County 2967 David Wyman passenger on a white Acura.
Because it happens so rarely.
2053.
Yep, that's how you're supposed to learn, is bareback. When you're learning to ride horse, you learn it bareback. And once you get good riding horse bareback, then and only then do you slap on a saddle. I guess, well, my mom said I was considered an advanced rider. Not expert. I mean, I wasn't out there jumping horses or racing horses or anything like that, but I was an advanced rider. Helped train horses, and we did horse shows, and hey, Lady Lisa, how you doing? Stan the man's in the house. You got a pony. We had a Shetland pony. That was my horse when I was a kid. That was Ginger. She was a Shetland. She was a quarter horse Shetland pony. She was actually registered quarter horse. Or excuse me, quarter pony.
Confirming 2 County, you cut off.
2 County passenger 575.
See, she was registered as a quarter pony.
2 County 575 comes back for a blue 2001 Toyota to Thomas Scar at 116 West 2nd Avenue, expiring 3/31 of 26.
Do you have any contact info for Scar?
Stand by.
So I remember people used to come over. I used to have friends come over to the house. Or people I thought were friends. They just wanted to be around the horses. And they're like, hey, let's go.
The only contact info we have most recently is from 2018.
Phone number?
635-8550.
But they'd come over, hey, let's go riding. And I'm going, have you ever ridden a horse before?
The two addresses, most recent is 1213 West Allison Road.
13 West Allison, appreciate it.
I'd ask them, have you ever ridden a horse before? Well, no, but it looks easy enough. No, we're not going riding. You know, you got those horses that you see at these tourist places. Yeah, trail rides, stuff like that. Well, those horses are broke 7 ways from Sunday. And they're it's not the same. It's just not the same. All you are on those horses is kind of a passenger. When you're on a normal horse, you're not a passenger, you're the horse's partner. The horse knows you, you know the horse, and you can do so much more with a good horse.
Plate 17 County 40386, 1016 Aaron Michael Browning, date of birth 5/16/1987, male, 5'9", 140 pounds, blonde over hazel, authorized by Gillette Police Department. This concludes the attempt to locate at 2059.
But like I told my daughter when she was learning to ride horses, I told her once, I said, riding horses are one of the most enjoyable and also one of the most terrifying things that you can do in your life. And I told her the story. I said, listen, when you can give a horse its head and you're at a full sprint, you just give the horse's head its head and you let it go. And that's when you really feel the power of the horse. You really do become a part of the horse, especially if you're bareback. You're listening, you can feel the muscles of the horse going and working, listening and feeling how the horse is breathing underneath you. The wind just streaking by your ears. You're going so quick, your eyes are watering from the wind getting in them. It's a very spiritual feeling, I guess you could call it. You are definitely one with the horse at that point. But just to feel the raw power of that animal, it's just amazing. For those that's never done it before, it's hard to even explain what that feeling is like. And for those that have done it, you guys know what I'm talking about. Hey, DOW, how you doing? Yeah, the BLM, they round up the wild horses, the Mustangs. They still call, I know the Mustang breed is pretty much dead, but yeah, we've had a few of the horse rescue horses over at my mom's barn. Some of those horses, they turn out to be some of the best horses around. Others, on the other hand, not so much. Come on, let's find some flashy flashes. DJ, we're on Del Range right now. We're on the north side. Cow call. Cows don't have phones, so you can't call them. They've got well, steers have got horns. So at least with you can, I guess you can blow your horn at a steer, and maybe they'll answer back. But cows don't have phones, so you can't call them. And then if you called the cow, what kind of conversation would you have with them? Moo. Moo? Moo. 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 That'd be about all you'd get out of them. So I don't think they could carry on that good of a conversation. Joni's here. Perkins! Yeah, it's a moot point.
Six. 229 US 85 or 21 County 803 while I'm passenger on a gray, silver Nissan Versa.
Hey, Steven, how you doing?
Grand Harmony Apartments, 1524 Grand Harmony Boulevard, Unit Adam 206-1524 Grand Harmony, Unit A206. There's a male causing a disturbance. The only thing we know at this point is there's a name in the call and he's leaving on a bike. No weapons.
What's that for? 11?
2107.
Damien, how you doing, sir?
Hall 68.
I'll be in right back. You can put 11 back in.
Hall 11, I can show you back in.
11 back in, thank you.
2107.
It's en route, but they're coming from 90. Over. Going for 5, I'm 76 as well. Says that he is not going to be able to move the vehicle, so.
For the 18-hour shift? Ouch! That's not a good shift. Oh, look. Are they all gone? Yeah, all the C-130s are gone. They're out doing their National Guard thing. We've got one C-130 left there. All the rest of them are gone. So yeah, inflation is getting us all. Gas prices are up, food prices are up, anything that you want to buy is up.
Hall 14, dispatch status.
Dispatch call 212, what's that for?
I just got a feeling
2110.
that any average Joe citizen is not going to stand for this much longer. I know travel is going to be way down this summer. Tourism is probably going to be way down this summer. With prices these days, you can't really afford a vacation. You know, when I go on vacation, and this was my last vacation, no kidding, I laid down on the couch and I traveled the world. It was on YouTube, but I did travel the world. I got to see different countries and so on. So that was my vacation. Joni, you're kidding me. $2,900 in tariffs? Man, I wish I could find somebody's collection that I could buy out, but I don't have $22,000 to be throwing around.
Alright, cool. Thought I'd let you know. Copy. I'll probably still head that way and see if I can talk to him, but... Alright, yeah, I just saw him walking northbound after Allison. Copy, thanks.
So, I don't know. Like I said, the cost of living is just so high anymore. But something's going to have to break soon. Hey, Big Tech, how you doing? We were just talking about the cost of living these days. It just keeps getting worse. You used to be able to go to the grocery store and spend $150 and just come out.
NBR, Solar Honda.
21 bucks.
You used to be able to go to the grocery store, spend $150, and boy, you had it made. You had bags and bags of groceries. Now, if you go spend $100 at the grocery store, you come out with a case of ramen and a 6-pack of Campbell's soup. I'm joking, but not too far off.
Charlie 52. Charlie 52, standby break, Paul 11. I've been returned clear on a gold 2014 Honda Accord, registered to a Mahmoud Imami out of Colorado, expiring 1 of 26.
Yeah, go, please.
You know,
it's in there. Break, Charlie 52, go ahead.
Can you show me what's the one in and out to the hospital?
2150.
I mean, inflation's inflation.
52.
But
2117.
we are in hyperinflation. This is more than just a cost of living sort of raise thing. There's stuff that's inflated so much. It's just crazy. And we live in cattle country here in Wyoming. And I go to the store and it's like, you know, I'm in the mood for a good steak. Yeah, and then you look at how much it is. And it's like, yeah, no. I can definitely not afford that. Okay, so there's some stuff going on up here. Okay, there's one officer. They're looking for somebody in this area. Oh, and I'm buffering. Lisa, I'll probably catch the 500 on replay. See, that's what I love about YouTube. You can catch all the highlights on YouTube. So I'll be able to watch the 500. I'll be able to watch NASCAR. Hey, Ann, how you doing? So I'm not exactly sure what they were looking for. I think it was related to a possible DV. And the guy left on his bicycle or something like that. So there is PD in the area. Looks like they may have an event going on at the high school over here as well. So I was just curious. Oh, there's a dude on a bicycle. So yeah, guys, the Midwest, I talked to my dad today. The Midwest has been just torn apart by tornadoes. Guys, prayers up. They've got it real tough. My dad, like I said, he lives on Lake of the Ozarks, and he said they've gotten so much rain that he lives right on the lake. He said that the dam has all of its gates open, releasing massive amounts of water. And I guess up the way from him in Warsaw, Missouri, they just got hit by a tornado. And I know Warsaw because I'm pretty sure I know Warsaw, because when we'd go down to see my dad in Missouri, we'd have to go through Warsaw to get to Lake of the Ozarks. So seriously, prayers for those people, my Lord, what they're going through. Yeah, well, look at St. Louis, Missouri. 8 mile stretch right through downtown St. Louis, Missouri. Got leveled. So, and the other day, there was a tornado that touched down.
Maverick 315 North College Drive, 3315 North College Drive. We have four or more.
We're here. 4 more what?
And there are kids on motorbikes all dressed up. It's hard to tell their description.
Well, we just pulled in. And okay, so we're looking for a bunch of people on bikes. I am not seeing anybody on motorbikes here. Unless it's the other Maverick. There could be. I bet you it's the other Maverick. All I got was college, so the transmission broke up on me. And that Maverick is so cool over there. I mean, heck, we've had kind of pop-up car shows over there. So, I mean, for people who go in there and start harassing that Maverick, it's like, really? What's going to happen is they're going to tell people who park there with their hot rods and stuff that they got to leave. It just shows a couple people can screw it up for everybody.
Copy that.
36, go ahead.
Come out of the coin shop just off Lincoln Way, 2 County Truck, 65535 on a gray Dodger.
William, after my stream tonight, give me a call.
2128. Block of windmill, 4300, block of windmill. Large fire in the field immediately behind Menards. Got 2 calls on it so far. 2128.
Okay, we got a fire behind Menards. We're heading that way. They've had numerous calls on it, so I believe it to be true. I'll try to get over there as quick as possible. Let's go, folks. I'm going to get pulled over trying, and somebody's going to say, "Where's the fire?" Oh, over behind Menards.
Rush 1 to this location too. For no 30. Engine 1, Rush 1, grass fire in the 4300 block of Windmill Road, 4300 block of Windmill Road. Reported a large grass fire in that area. 2130. Side 1, engine 5. Let's get engine 4 over to Moffaw Ridge Road on the east side of that field. Copy. Break engine 4, did you copy? I believe the station looks pretty significant at this time.
Okay, yeah, it's verified.
Come off of that east side off the ridge.
It's verified. We do have a grass fire. Almost there.
I'm on scene. Stand by for further. Let's all move to TAC 2. behind Menards. Doesn't look that big. Let's go ahead and continue brush 1 at this time. And engine 4, you can head over to this location as well. It's going to stay right here.
Okay, it sounds like it's contained behind Menards.
Engine 4 copies will come up on the window still.
Engine 1. Engine 1. We show brush 1, engine 1 responding. 2033.
Almost there.
Go ahead and keep you just in case. Go ahead and keep responding.
Okay, I'm looking. Where are they at? It's got to be in this field here. There it is. Let me get upwind of this. Okay, we're going out of the car. I can't see chat. So it's out. Okay.
Have a day. That's your right to be out there.
No problem.
But this is, I mean, it's out, you know.
Yeah.
But in the future, like if you want to come video us, that's fine.
Okay.
Just try to stay in the street. It's a lot more safe. Okay.
Okay. No problem, man.
Thanks, man.
So it's out. their station is almost right across the street. It wasn't as big as they said it was going to be. So there you guys go. Hey Joe, how you doing? Not all there, how you doing? NTD, how you doing? So these guys got it under control. They're good to go.
12-925 with Charles North, Sam, 0254 Washington Pasture. It's on a gray Subaru, and I'll be northbound.
2139.
So they did a good job. They knocked that thing down real quick. Thank goodness we weren't having winds. Well, at least we caught some of it. DJ, well, he was showing that I was kind of in the field, and I get it. I've filmed quite a few wildfires now, and actually when the Hayman fire happened in Colorado, I was helping pull livestock out of the Hayman fire. So no, if that thing was raging.
So you're broken.
If that,
what do you want me to check on?
If that thing was raging, no, I would have never gotten that close. But they had it pretty well under control. For those of you guys, what was it, last year? Yeah, it was last year. I covered 2 big field fires, and I was literally right on the fire line. I was only maybe 10-15 yards away. But they had the roads closed and so on, and I was able to get back in there. They let me on in there to film. But no, I wasn't going to argue with them or anything like that. I was like, okay, no problem. I get it. There was a bunch of weeds and stuff on the top of that hill. So, and fires can go real very quickly and very strangely. But it was just a baby one, a little baby fire. They had it, heck, halfway out by the time we got there. Dean, like I said, I've got no problem. I understand. I get it 1000%. Like I said, if that would have been a bigger fire, then there'd definitely been a different way out approach to that. That's why I've told them, hey man, if I ever get too close, just tell me to back off and I'll back off. I got no problem with that. But I remember the Hayman fire. We were up there pulling livestock out of the Hayman fire. You want to talk about crazy. And this is forest fire. And you've got walls of fire on both sides of you as you're trying to get up to do something.
21 counties, 6745, Wyoming truck, dark color, I believe it's a Chevy.
You're trying to get up there and rescue livestock and pets. And that was just crazy. And then, last year we had two big field fires out here. They were actually doing airdrops on one of them. And we were able to get in there and get film. They just told me I was there at my own risk and to just kind of watch my surroundings. And more or less, I stayed up on the road, but I kept close to, relatively close to some of the units. And my vehicle was always running, so in case I had to get out of there in a hurry. Trust me, I'm not going to put my health at risk to make 50 cents on YouTube. Not worth it. Yeah, Robert, the Hayman fire... God, I know it was one of the biggest in the United States. I think it still ranks. Maybe it's the second largest that they've had in Colorado. I also remember the fire that came down towards the Springs and took out all those neighborhoods out near the Air Force Academy. That was crazy. That got back into those neighborhoods, man. And it, driving down I-25, you could look over at the hillside, and you could see the fire coming down the hillside. It was just crazy. Oh yeah, Mundus, yeah. I lived up in, heck, my place in Larkspur, my house in Larkspur. We were just surrounded by...
247 on US 16.
We were surrounded by trees. I remember the little neighborhood that I lived in. One day, we heard these fire trucks go past our house, and we're like, what in the hell? And one of the houses that were in this small neighborhood caught fire. And thank goodness they did have their property properly trimmed back, cut back, so none of the pine trees caught. But it was a good sized fire, and the fire departments had a real hard problem getting inside the house because the guy was a hoarder.
43 negative.
So the whole inside of his house was just packed full of stuff. And I drove by the house the next day after they got the fire out. And they just had this huge mountain of stuff out in the front yard. I was going, oh my gosh. And there was some investigators there, and they said, oh yeah, they said we had to, we could hardly get into the house. It was so packed. But thank goodness it didn't get up into any of the pine trees, because he was only about a block, I'd say a block or so away from me, from where I lived. And we saw all the smoke coming through our backyard and stuff. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. That was actually kind of scary when we didn't know really what was going on. And all that smoke comes barreling through our backyard. Cause I thought all the trees were on fire. Hey, Bobby. Cerebral. Yeah, you know, when structures get lost in these fires, it's really sad. It really is. But again, you got to be very, very aware of your surroundings when you live up in the mountains and those type of areas. You got to make sure you got everything cut back. Cerebral, you're staying at work for another 2 hours?
No command. No command. Apologize about that. We're going to be off call, terminating command. All units are back in service. 2152.
There was a guy in one of the California wildfires. He said that he had a wildfire resistant house, and he had spent all this money to where the water would automatically cover his house and all this fire resistant stuff. And sure enough, he had a fire come through. Well, it kind of saved part of his house, I guess. But the house did burn. It didn't burn to the ground like the others in the neighborhood, but it did burn. We had some friends that lived up in the mountains, and they just lived in a gorgeous, gorgeous area of the mountains. Oh my gosh, it was breathtaking. And they actually got a dozer up there. They cut back all the trees from their house, and then they got a dozer and went around the property with the dozer for a fire break, well, around the house. And if calamity happens to come on, this conversation automatically stops, because unfortunately Calamity lost her house in a fire. So yeah, William, I remember when your house caught fire. I remember coming over the next day going, what happened? I'd walked to your house and went through the back area like I normally did, and I was like, what the hell? So we are going to stay out a little longer tonight because we had all the complications earlier with getting the stream started, so I am going to stay on a little longer tonight. But I do have to go do a code yellow. You got to allow me my code yellow.
West 9th Street in Central Colorado. 974 on a white BMW.
Okay, real quickly, guys, I gotta run in, use the restroom, and I'll be right back out. Keep me advised if anything comes on the scanner.
Hold on, 58.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anything happened while I was inside? Hey, Bob, move the car. Okay, let's get back on the road. We'll stay out for about another 30-45 minutes. Like I said, we had a problem getting the stream started, so... And guys, you'll probably be hearing me starting to say this a little more often. I don't want to, but I'm kind of being put into the position where I have to, so kind of sorry in advance. So guys, if you'd like to help support the channel, up on top of the chat, we do have our link tree. We do have PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. If you'd like to help the channel out, we use that for gas and maintenance on the vehicles. Anything helps, but don't think that you're being pressured into having to donate. So, unfortunately, we're starting to be put into that position where I do have to bring it up. And people are going, oh, Fubar's begging for money. Well, Fubar's getting into a position where we need to do something. And I really don't want to shut down the channel or do it part-time. I'd rather be out here talking with you guys. Well, we got some flashies up here. We're heading towards them. Yeah, I did see the guy in the road. I was like, really? And he was just taking his good old time crossing the road. So just a reminder, guys, with this Memorial Day weekend coming up, with Memorial Day coming up, the police will be out in force. Seeing that it's a holiday weekend. So if you guys do choose to go out and drink, please don't drive. Make sure you have a DD.
It's negative NTSC locals.
Make sure you have a DD or or get an Uber or something. It looks like
NCIC.
whatever was going on here, they're sitting there chatting.
No hit on him.
They don't got anybody pulled over or anything. They're sitting there chatting. But yeah, please, I beg of you, do not drive this weekend when you're drinking. Well, don't drive anytime when you're drinking, but they will definitely be pulling a lot of people over this weekend. DJ, the job market's hard out there, man. You know, on the press, oh yeah, there's jobs open everywhere. And
an updated date of birth.
And it's like, no, there's
Is that
not.
going to be 2011-0703?
Paper.
Copy. I just found the paperwork from when that was entered. I'm running the number right now. Stand by.
I mean, I guess if you want to work at a convenience store or fast food or something like that.
And Paul 14, that did the trick. We do show him missing out of the city.
Copy, thank you. Can you move in, please?
Confirm. And just to confirm, are you on the call with Paul 212?
I just cleared out, but yes, it's in reference to that call.
Could be 2205.
But yeah, I mean, if you want to work something like that, yeah, the jobs are there. But if you're actually looking for a skilled position, they're hard to find. The job market could be brutal. And what the press doesn't report on is most of these jobs that are hollering, oh yeah, we need people, It's usually in the food industry and the retail industry. And I get something's better than nothing. I get it. However, that something is also holding you back. Say you get a job in a convenience store or McDonald's or whatever to bring in some income, help delivering pizzas, something like that. The problem is you have to take time off of that job to go on interviews. Okay, guys, Zigzag Street or Zagzig Street. $20 an hour in California now. Well, also the price, the cost of living in California is through the roof. I remember living in the Denver metro area. I had a job for $17 an hour at one time. And at that time, $17 an hour was a lot of money. That was a decent amount of money. Now $17 an hour is not so good. Heck, when I was working as a truck dispatcher, I was making what, $24 an hour. And I ended up moving to Cheyenne because one would say, hey, $24 an hour, that's pretty good. Nope. Not with the cost of living. So I moved to Cheyenne. We're making $24 an hour. Yeah, you could do it. No problem. With rent and so on. And I just drive into work every day. And I think about those people that do Uber and Lyft and all that stuff. It's like people think, oh, they're making money hand over fist, and they really aren't. Because you've got to take into account that they've got to pay for gas and upkeep on their vehicle. It's like pizza delivery drivers, same thing. They got to pay for the cost of that vehicle. And it's great as a side gig. Now, a buddy of mine, he started doing Uber, and he was able to get, he'd work all day long, and all he would do is work during the days. But where he was able to go was the airport. And he's able to pick people up from the airport. And he said, yeah, he made some real good money working during the day doing that. Unfortunately, when tax time came around, they zapped him real hard on taxes. But yeah, I've actually thought about using this car to do Uber with, or Lyft. And I decided against it. It's like, my gosh, I'd be putting up so many miles on this car. And here's Joni's elephant. Elephant! DJ, if you get kicked out, it means you don't get, DJ, you don't get kicked out. You get more or less muted. You can still watch, you just can't chat. So when you see us ban people, they can still watch the stream, but they're not allowed in chat. Yeah, Joe, right now I'm kind of in a financial situation that I can't, unfortunately, I just can't afford to buy another scanner right now. I really do want another scanner, but I can't do it. DJ, you could be kicked out for 5 minutes, or you can be totally banned, and that's until somebody unbans you. And the only person that can unban people is me. So yeah, when people get banned, that's why we put it in chat. If you've got a problem with your ban, to contact me, to email me. And I think Cerebral can unban people, because she's a managing mod. Oh my gosh. So, well, we had a small fire tonight. Oh, holy crap! Cow! Robert! For $100! Holy cow, dude!
5200 block, US 30, Wilmington truck, 29988 on a white Nissan Titan. If you could start me cover, please, routine.
All 64 dispatch backup. Disregard. Charlie 80 dispatch backup.
So I don't need a new scanner, I just need a backup scanner.
With Charlie 62 at the 5200 block of US 30, please.
And the scanner we got.
From I-180 and 5th Street.
The scanner we got works great.
Sure, 62 will be on west side. I'm sorry, east side.
The kind of scanner I do want to get is one of those handheld scanners. So when we leave the vehicle, we still have the scanner chatter. And also it works in case we've got multiple calls coming in at the same time. So my original thought was to run 2 scanners. One scanner would just be locked on to like just the police, and then the other scanner would be like locked on to just fire or something along that line. So if we do have multiple calls, we can still hear it. Robert, dude, that's awesome of you. I thank you very much. Yeah, this scanner that we got right now was a $650 scanner. But I would like to get another base scanner. So I'd be running 2 scanners in the truck at the same time. Yeah, DJ, we're up on college again. They're about ready to do road destruction, as you can tell.
All 11 dispatch, domestic. Verbal.
Verbal domestic.
Hall 64, Apollo 11 at Mountainside Apartments, 4109 East Pershing, Unit Lincoln 258, 4109 East Pershing Boulevard, Unit L 258. There's a female screaming in that apartment. RP hears it from across the complex. There was another caller, however, who heard somebody say, "Get off of me," so it could be physical as well. 2222.
Robert, again, thank you very much. I really, really, really do appreciate that. So my truck is going into the shop. I just got paid from YouTube revenue, and my truck will be going into the shop. I'm buying the switch that I need tomorrow for the truck. So we'll be back in the truck soon. I really do miss driving around in the truck because we had that thing's all decked out for a mobile studio, whereas my car is not. Hey Mick, how you doing? So we'll just kind of chill out here for a few minutes, see if anything comes through.
51-year-old female, altered LOC, system status 2, 2224.
Oh, holy cow. Brian, thank you for the $20. Brian, thank you so much. Seriously. Mick, between probably 20 and 30 more minutes. It depends on the scanner. If the scanner starts picking up again, we'll be out until whenever. Brian, that's awful awesome of you. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mick, holy cow, thank you for the $4.99. Just because I think you're great. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. So I probably asked this question before, but I'm going to ask it again. What you guys going to be doing over Memorial Day? Oh, Mick, you're a youngin'. You're a youngin' in here. DJ, you have a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Yeah, John, now I've got some lunch money.
Or get in the description now. Send it out somewhere. Roll.
Yeah. Ah, Michaela. Gotcha. Ooh, Patty's going to Estes Park. Nice. Oh, by the way, not sure if everybody heard, the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, the hotel that about The Shining, from the movie The Shining, but it wasn't really in the movie The Shining. It was just where Stephen King, yeah, that's where he wrote the book The Shining at, was up at the Stanley. The Stanley Hotel has been sold for $400 million. Well, William, you give your dad a big hug for me and a happy birthday.
You show me and my FTO Paul 10 on South Central tonight, thank you.
Damien, you're working a double? Yeah.
Good evening.
Well, what I'm probably going to do on Sunday is go out.
I did. I copied and put you on the call.
Or no, it'll be on Monday. Is go out and pay my respects to the fallen. And then come home and relax before I have to go live on Tuesday. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Oh, it's the first time I've ever been called full bar. I'm a full bar now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, 32. Hey, I'm on college right now. Do we have any injuries on her or any idea where he's going? Negative, and she doesn't want to answer the door, man, so I think you're good. Sounds good, thank you.
No, my name's Brett. My first name is Brett. B-R-E-T-T. Oh,
Good.
pulled muscles are
7 on Forest Road, 17th County, 43283, Wyoming truck on a white Ford pickup. 2230.
Oh yeah, Mick, I am definitely fubar. That's right, Brett
Call
Fubar.
64 dispatch.
Hold 64.
I don't know if you guys heard, but Charlie 80 just pulled over a black Volvo with no plates near LCCC lot F as in Frank.
Oops, here we go.
Copy, I'll get a hold of him here in a minute.
2231.
32, I'll head out the way.
Copy.
I didn't even hear that come over the scanner. Go down, see what's going on at LCCC. Yeah, I hate pulling muscles, man. That just, especially one in the leg.
Dispatch, call 76 traffic.
But I do have a set of crutches
36.
that in case something like that.
East 5th Street and Warren Avenue, 2 county passenger D, David, George, Nora, Tom 72 with a red Ford Fusion.
There's another pullover behind us
2232.
on 5th, but we're going to go to this one. We're already heading towards the one on LCCC. A black Volvo with no registration. You know, I used to be so flexible when we'd stretch for football and stuff. I was able to put my leg behind my head and then kind of use my neck to stretch out my leg. And yeah, if I tried that now, I'd probably die. I'd probably tear every muscle and tendon I had in my leg. Where's this pullover at? They said lot F, and I don't know where lot F is. So I'm checking the ones up front here first. And then we'll come around the backside.
$22.34.
I was just here earlier for a meeting. I was here earlier today. There they are. Let's not get in front of them. Let's get behind them. Well, I gotta film between a tree, but that's okay. So we got 3 units here. Now 4.
2236.
So we now have 4 units, and I've got to figure out how the heck to film this because I got 2 trees and a pole in my way. Oh, that's security. Man, just can't get a good shot because now it's trying to focus in on the flashing lights. So we got 3 units here on this. If they pull them out of the vehicle, I'll readjust.
One.
Go ahead.
Last name Dominguez, David, Ocean, Mary, Ida, Nora, George, Union, Edward, Zebra. First name Kareem, King, Adam, Robert, Ida, Mary, Edward. Date of birth 2001, 0908.
Copy, stand by, break, Charlie 80, go ahead with yours.
Last name is going to be Sam, Edward, Adam, Lincoln, Sam. First name John, Adam, Young, Victor, Ida, Ocean, Laura. Date of birth 1991, on 6.
No matter how I adjust this phone, it's...
Copy, stand by.
Lisa, you have a great evening. Well, looks like the deputy... Okay. One of the units have left, so we still got 2 units here.
Charlie,
Go to 2, please.
negative NCIC and locals has a valid Class Charles expiring in September this year. A couple priors, most recent driving while suspended back in 2018.
Copy, thank you. Can you add him to the call, please?
He's in there.
Pull them out of the vehicle. I shouldn't say pull them out. I should say politely ask them. Uh-oh, Cerebral, you had to take somebody to medical? That's no fun. JD. Please kindly dismount your metal steed. Nice.
Colorado plate, David, George, Nora, Tom, 7-2.
We've discussed this a few times now. Yep. They're asking him to get out of the car. So we are going to situate ourselves in a different place so we can watch the dance. And they danced. which I can get the shot from right here. Yeah, dude, pull up your pants. Yeah, I don't think he's too happy to be being out there right now. Hey, Flex, how you doing?
Eastbound on Del Range, there are 10 plus motorcycle crotch rockets racing up Del Range.
Paul 4, I just passed him not too long ago. What advice on this?
Paul 96, I'll show you back in.
Yeah, it's all the same group.
2246.
That group of motorbikes, they constantly get the cops
Okay,
called
Paul
on them.
84, disregard.
44. That closer grade honors will be able to pull them.
Copy.
Oh, good. Glad to have you back, Flex. Alexis! And this is the test that everybody's always constantly waiting for. Let's see if he can walk. Night, Robert. Hey, again, thank you very much for the $100 donation. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, we're taking bets now. Is he going to pass or fail? Melanie! He's supposed to keep his hands down to his side. There he goes.
Call 90.
Call 90.
Call being service southeast.
Have a good evening.
It actually looks like he did okay with that. Mr. Buttons. Like I said, I'm not a trained expert, but this guy looks okay. Cerebral, I have not yet. They haven't even shipped them. I am really starting to get really aggravated seeing that Friday is supposed to be the release. Flex, aka Lieutenant Dropathone. Yeah. I do that too. He's now explaining to police how he lost his mind way over there and somehow found it over here. And he's reiterating, that's where I lost my mind at, was over there. No, he is not happy at all. And I know he has noticed us filming him, so that's probably making him even more unhappy. I haven't seen one of the officers go back to get the breathalyzer, so... Oh, the old, I'm going to hang my head low. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry. Yeah, but it still doesn't explain why he doesn't have any registration on his vehicle. They pulled him over because there's no plates on the vehicle. See, now he's pointing that way. And he's here, yes, out west. I was going out west. They said, go west, young man, and that's what I thought I'd do. Yeah, I think those are suspenders hanging. That's why he's got to keep pulling up his pants, is because he's not using his suspenders. He's using his suspenders as a fashion statement. Now he's explaining how it was a real damn fool thing to do.
Call 48, call 32 at CRMC West, 214 East 23rd Street, 214 East 23 Street, welfare check. Call 48.
Call 32.
2259.
Let's call 94.
Here comes a third unit.
We're out with call 48 and cancel 32.
Here comes a third unit.
32 back to 6.
2259.
Now he's here stomping around in one place. Like, seriously? Yeah, he might be on a little something else. That's not alcohol. Hey, Kathy, how you doing? Well, if it was a stolen vehicle, they'd have already cuffed him. He's hitting that vape real hard, though. Well, now they got themselves a breathalyzer. That's what they wanted the third unit for, was the breathalyzer. Okay, take that vape out of your mouth. I need you to put this in your mouth and blow. And there he goes. They got him on the breathalyzer. So no plates on the vehicle. Well, the good thing is at least the police aren't going to have to move his vehicle into a parking spot. Patty, they'll probably leave the vehicle there. Unless it's been used in a crime, an actual serious crime, they will leave the vehicle there. Now, if they were to find, say, drugs inside the vehicle or something like that, then they'd tow the vehicle. But if it's something as simple as DUI or something like that, they'll leave the vehicle there for the person to pick up. However, with no plates on the vehicle, and that is if the vehicle isn't registered. If the guy moves the vehicle, he can easily get pulled over again for no plates. Patty, they'll lock it up. They'll secure the vehicle. Joni, you get to feeling better, girl. That dang thing on your ear really they need to figure out what the heck to do with it. So, Joni, you have a great night. Flex, you have a great night, and I thank you for joining us. Good to see you again. Right, yeah, he has 20 days to register it, but he probably didn't have it taped up in the back of the car. So, however, that gave the officers reason enough to pull him over, and thank goodness it's not Friday and he just got popped, because he wouldn't be able to get out of jail until Tuesday. He'd have to stay in jail for the entire weekend.
20 on a gray Mercedes.
2305.
So what they're going to do is secure the vehicle. Nope, they're going to search it. This might have been a drug-related thing, because they are searching the
He
vehicle.
is negative in CC, is showing a misdemeanor warrant out of the county and tab for domestic.
Copy. Can you confirm on that warrant?
Copy.
Melanie! Holy cow, thank you for the gift, for the membership. Thank you so much. Congratulations to James. They are very interested in whatever's in the center console there, it looks like. So just a reminder that
The California DL male, Caponegro, last of Caponegro, Charles, Adam, Paul, Ida, Nora, Edward, George, Robert, Ocean, first of Kyler, King, Young, Lincoln, Edward, Robert, middle name Stephen, common spelling with a V. Date of birth is going to be 49. Break. Dispatch Paul 49. Date of birth is going to be 1987-06-23.
Copy, Simon.
But just a reminder, all drugs are illegal in Wyoming. And that does include the stuff that you can put in your vape. Brian, I think they arrested him possibly on being on an illicit substance that was not alcohol, and that's why they're searching the vehicle. Oops.
Copy, please add. Thank you very much.
23 on there.
Because usually on like DUIs, they just come up, they lock the car, and do their thing.
Dispatch, Paul 94, cover.
Paul 94.
With Paul 84.
2310.
Yeah, I wonder if he had a THC vape. Because he was hitting that vape pretty hard. Now, we have seen in the past where they'll search a vehicle and actually take the person out of cuffs and let them go. We have seen that happen in the past. They're just detaining them. They'll search the vehicle and go, okay, we don't have anything on you. So that has been known to happen. Yeah, Joe. Yeah, they had him in cuffs and everything, and they let him out of the cuffs and let him go. Looks like we got another unit that just pulled up. Uh-oh. They found something. At least it looks like he took something out of the vehicle.
Herbie's daughter texted their father stating that she was thinking of suicide a few minutes ago. We are working on further.
I can't verify that they brought something out, but
Copy. Can you work on getting a phone number for the subject?
To me, it looked like they pulled something out of the vehicle.
Call 4, call 96. Can you switch over to CBD? Call 4 CBD.
And if they
you want
did,
to stand by for a minute, I'm going to try and get a phone number and call this person, see if they're alone, see what's happening. Copy. Just give me a heads up.
yeah, if they did find something, who knows what they took out of there. Again, I couldn't tell 100% if he found something or not.
25 years old, wearing gray jogging pants and a burgundy shirt, has red hair. There's a name and phone number in the call.
10-4, thank you.
You're welcome, 2316.
Dispatch 496, are you off the phone with our RP as well?
Again, I can't confirm that they took something out of the vehicle, but you got to remember, my eyes aren't what they used to be. What do you mean, Melanie, not Skittles? Maybe they did find some Skittles, and they went back to ask the guy if he would share. They have done a thorough search of the vehicle. No, actually, they probably found some Chex Mix. Now, see, if I found Chex Mix, man, I would be back there going, dude, you gotta hook me up on this Chex Mix. Patty, the dogs may not be in service tonight.
Can I please get the next available tow to my location for a DUI?
Ooh, they don't normally tow for DUI. But they're doing this one. They're towing the vehicle. Wow. So, it's done and done. They will... So, that's what makes me wonder. They don't normally tow vehicles for DUI. But we're going to go ahead and jump out of here. So he's definitely in custody. Definitely under arrest. Hey, and that's the only arrest for tonight. And we were able to get it. So that ain't too shabby. We're 1 for 1. We saw a small field fire earlier, and we get to cap it with an arrest. Not bad.
Call for you.
Lincoln Way and College, MDR on a red pickup truck.
2320.
So, guys, I think we're going to call it a night. We definitely went overtime tonight. So, that was cool. a lot of fun. I really do. We had a great chat. We had a little bit of action. So, guys, just be sure to join us tomorrow. We will be starting at 8 o'clock. And we go until the scanner dies. So, tomorrow. I do want to thank everybody that donated tonight and donated memberships. Seriously, I really, really do appreciate it. You have no idea how much that helps. Also, LW McQuaid for sponsoring the channel.
County passenger 26400 returns clear on a tan 2007 Ford SUV. It expired back in 2020.
Correction, that's going to be 2640.
LW McQuaid for sponsoring the channel, man. You have no idea how much that really touches my heart.
County passenger 2640 David returns clear on a tan.
Robert,
I am not sure what make that is. Adam Sam Victor Edward. It's a 2007 four-door, registered to a Sean Heavy, expiring in August of this year.
So, to Robert, who donated the $100, thank you again. Do appreciate it. So, to all my moderators, guys, seriously, you're here almost every night that we're on doing your moderator thing, and you guys do it for nothing. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. You guys are a huge help to the channel, and I really do appreciate that. To all you watching, guys, this is what in the heck is going on? There are a bunch of people here with their pajamas on. Let me kind of pull through the parking lot. Everybody has their pajamas on. They must be going to Walmart. Getting ready to go to Walmart. So that's their Walmart clothes. So I do want to thank y'all. Guys, I say it every single night. Guys, be safe out there. It's a crazy world that we live in. And I'm going to tell you what. Just be safe out there. And also, if you can, be kind. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. So we will see you guys then. Talk to y'all later.